Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode in my Football Manager series. This is episode number 67, and today we're returning with a big doublehead of our lines as we take on Chelsea away at Stamford Bridge and Bromby away in Denmark in the Europa League. Before we play the games though, show me getting on off camera. So of course, in the last episode, you saw the 9-0 victory against Legia Warsaw. What a win that was. Our biggest win of the series and the biggest win I've had in a competitive fixture in an FM save for YouTube. And then, straight after that, a 3-0 loss at home to West Brom as well. So, typical Millwall fashion. An amazing victory and then a really bad loss. But off camera, 4 wins on the trot in the 4 games we played. Starting with back-to-back victories away against West Ham. First in the Carabao Cup and then the Premier League. This game went into extra time. We were tied at 0-0, deadlocked after 90 minutes, but then 5 minutes after the restart, what a surprise, the guy that got us the goal, we know he's reliable, John Black made it 1-0, and then Julian Benker, who came off the bench, scored from a penalty, and right at the end of the game to complete a 3-0 victory and send us through to the Carabao Cup 4th round. Well, we'll be taking on Crystal Palace, and just a real side note here, have you guys noticed that this year you get drawn against your rival teams in cups a lot? The amount of times we faced West Ham and Crystal Palace and Chelsea in the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup, it seems like every single year in one of those 2 competitions, we face either Chelsea, Crystal Palace or West Ham at some point. It seems like it happens every single season. But anyway, following that, another win against West Ham away from home, this time in the Premier League on the weekend. Ben Gibson scored an own goal and then Julian Benker made it 2-0 32 minutes in. So he slagged Benker off for only being able to do it in the Europa League in the last episode. That was his 4th goal in 2 domestic games. Then Nuno Santos made it 2-1, pulled a goal back, but in the last minute of normal time, Julian Benker bagged his brace and made it 3-1 and gave us a big 3 points there as we return to winning ways in the Premier League after none in our last 3. And then after that, a 4-0 victory away in the Netherlands against PSV Eindhoven. And I said these guys would probably be our main threat for top spot in the group this season. We beat them by 4-0. Luis scored our first goal, then Benker made it 2-0 just before the break, getting another goal in the Europa League. He's going to win the Golden Boot again. We're 2 games into the group stage, but I'll say it right now, he's going to win the Golden Boot in the Europa League again, no question. Luis then got his 2nd goal of the game just after the restart, and then Benjamin Pavard, who we don't see often nowadays due to the fact that his pace is just so slow, and he gets really exploited when playing a high defensive line. Scored a goal and made it 4-0 in a really good win. And then following that, our final game off camera was in the Premier League at the Den, a 3-0 victory against Stoke. Julian Benker once again scored in the last 4 games now. Benker, he's been on fire, got his first 22 minutes in, then his second 49 minutes in, so he's really picked it up domestically after we dissed him in the last episode. And in his stoppage time, a much more welcome sight was that club captain Marek Kuchar broke his goal drought and finally got a goal to wrap up the 3 points in a big 3-0 victory. So yeah, our form was a little bit stuttery in the last episode. Just 1 win and 1 in 4 games, but now 4 wins on the trot. 2 wins from 2 in the Europa League. That's why the group now looks like this, as we've taken a 3-point lead at the top of the table. There we are right there. And 13 goals scored in our first 2 games. Incredible. And in the Premier League as well, you can see we're now shot at the table to 5th place for our first 7 games. 13 points on the board, but of course a long way to go. And with Chelsea away today, I'm pretty sure we'll lose this game at Stamford Bridge. So, with a Friday night kickoff, so let's dive into it. It's Chelsea away, the current champions. We've only beaten them twice in the series. Let's see if we can make it 3 times, although that is indeed highly doubtful. So, we'll go to 4-2-4 for the game because the 4-2-3-1 is working in Europe, but not in the Premier League. So, 4-2-4, our normal instructions with the system, and this will be our team for the game. Oh, but one last minute change. Did not see Timon picking up that knock there on international duty, so we'll put Chilwell in and give Timon the night off. So, Pekovic in goal, about for a Chilwell, Carl Allsop, Ferencvac and Ranieri. Midfield duo is Koulibaly and Capagno because McKennie's come back from international duty quite tired. And on the wings, Louise and Webster back from injury. And up top, Benker really sorting out now domestically, and Marek Kuchar as well. Oh, but Benker's quite tired as well. Wow, these boys have come back from international break. They're not really fit. Do you know what? Benker's been in form. Can we afford to give him a night off? Not really, but we're going to have to. I want to play him on Thursday night, so we'll have to start Ready Naldo instead alongside Marek. So on the bench, it'll be Woodman, Maori, Breed, Dobby, O'Reilly, Menji, and Benker. And a lot of my players I'm noticing are really tired. Where has this come from? They seem fine, I thought, before I loaded up the game. But fair enough, okay. First game, it's Chelsea. Let's see if we can get the win. Come on, you Lions. I'll take a point in this game, no question. I think when we're taking on big teams, particularly away from home, a point should be considered a good result, really, because we're still not at the level that we need to be if we're going to compete for silverware and compete for top 4 place. We're still not a Champions League caliber side, that's for certain. We're barely even a European side, despite our excellent debut year in Europe and an excellent start to our second season in Europa League 2. We're not as good as these teams, as Moise Keane put that shot just wide the post with the flags up for offside anyway. It takes a long time in FM. I think the one thing that people should remember if you don't play Football Manager is that compared to career mode, it takes a very long time to progress a team that isn't a big one in an RTG save. In FIFA career mode, you can take a championship side to Premier League winners within about 3 or 4 seasons, but in FM, it takes an awful long time. This is our 9th season, still yet to win a trophy, and again, we're not a top 4 standard team yet, so a point in this game would be a good result. But another highlight here for Chelsea is Petrini hits the side net as well. They've made a fantastic start to the game. Surely not before long they'll go in front. Luis takes it around his man through to Ronaldo. First chance for us might fall here though. Marek Kuchar, oh yes, skipper, makes it 1-0 and gives us the lead 23 minutes in. So Ronaldo, a last minute alteration to our lineup, comes in for the Benka. And Benka on the bench, which is ready now to get the assist, and Marek make it 1-0. Just a long ball with Pekovic through to Luis, into Ronaldo, through to Marek. A really quick, standard, like Route 1 goal that. But it works out for us, and Marek makes it 2-2. This guy could not buy a goal at the start of the season, but now 2 in succession, and we take lead at Stamford Bridge. It won't last for long, though, and it almost went there. Pinamonti wide the post, still 1-0. Can't believe the conditioning of my team heading into the game. We had an international break, and I thought most of the team came back fully fit, but a lot of them actually were quite tired out there. Capano's beginning to tire out there as well. He's just been capped, by the way, for the Netherlands for the first time in the series. So join Millwall, get an international cap, but we're still leading by 1, and 45 minutes to go. What a result this will be if we can hold on to it. You might have noticed in the Premier League table as well, and actually you can see it on the right hand side too when the highlight comes through. Spurs are rock bottom of the table with no points picked up in their first 7 games. I don't know what's going on there at New White Hart Lane as Chilwell crosses and Marek Kuchar is the post. And it's a free kick given against Marek anyway. Well, I think might have been offside, but still 1-0. Yeah, I've got no idea what's going on with Spurs right now. As the long save progresses in FM, you do start to see strange things happening. But rock bottom, 0 points from their first 7 games. That's crazy. And if they are to go down this year, obviously a long way to go and a long time for them to sort it out. But if they are to go down, I'm going to be raiding that team to try and pick up some good players. But still, we're leading by a goal. 12 minutes after the restarts, Petrini finds Pinamonti. Can Chelsea respond, which we expect them to do? Andre Silva's ball is cut out, but straight to Fernandes. And now a good chance for Kingsley Coman in behind Ranieri across the middle. Keane is there, puts it off target. They've had the chances, just haven't taken them. We're almost there. 2 minutes of added time to go. Can we hold on to the 3 points, or will Chelsea get a late equalising goal? Oh, they've got it. Andre Silva with the finish, and the Blues get themselves a point right at the death. Petrini, that new gen / regen right-sided player. I showed him I think it was a couple of seasons ago. The guy is absolute world class. Chelsea have moved him further forward to be a bigger threat on the offensive end. Great first time ball, and Silva with the finish. I think Pekovic should have done better there. I said this before about Pekovic. He makes some incredible saves at times, particularly on one-on-ones, but a lot of the time when a shot is straight at him, he just doesn't cover himself in much glory. But Chelsea leave it late, but they get themselves a point that will keep them top of the table. It will move us into the top 4, and I did say pre-game it will be a decent result, so we'll say we were unlucky tonight. We were unlucky there not to get the 3 points, but just couldn't hold on in the final few moments. So a 1-1 draw, and we'll take it. We'll definitely take that. We're sort of taking it slow, really, the progression in the save, but I like that. I really do. I said actually on Twitter a while ago, I like the fact that our progression in the save is, a decent pace. We're timing it well. Do you know what I mean? We're pacing ourselves and we're timing it really well. We know for a fact we're not a top 4 standard team. We're not going to be a top 4 standard team for another 3 or 4 seasons minimum, I would think. So, Benka, you definitely deserve a new contract, so we'll get that done at the end of the season. Yeah, we're not a top 4 standard team. We're pacing ourselves really nicely. We're not going for the jugular, spending all our cash on like 1 or 2 world-class players known for the best. We're building up young players. We're getting a really nice core to the side, and it's a really, really nice little progression going right now. So, yeah, what we're doing right now, I know that there's been no trophies yet, but trust me, we're doing okay. We're doing totally fine. One thing I have been thinking of doing as well in this series is possibly at some point upgrading our stadium, because at the moment, as you can see, we have a 20,000 capacity at the Den, 20,146 the official number, but we have 15,364 season ticket holders. So that's just under 5,000 regular tickets available. Now, we sell out pretty much all of our games. If we don't sell them out, then we certainly come close to doing that. So I think personally that we should go ahead and upgrade our stadium. And I haven't asked the board to do it in the entire save so far. I did it with Swansea like every other season. With Hull, I think I did it once or twice as well. And right now we got the money to ask the board for stadium upgrade. I don't like to do it because I'm always scared they're going to say no, and it takes a while before you can ask again. But I think now's probably the right time to ask if we can get a stadium upgrade. So let's do it together. Let's do it on camera. Should we build a new stadium? I don't think so. Let's try and expand our stadium and see if we can. So I'll say to our director, we don't have enough space to satisfy the demand for tickets right now. And yeah, they're going to say yes, excellent stuff. So we're going to get a stadium upgrade. They're going to, well, I mean, it's not the right time really to be working on upgrading the stadium and expanding it in October. But you know, I've been wanting to do that for a while. I've just been scared to ask. But there we go then. We're going to increase the capacity. Oh, is that it? Up to 22,794. That's not much, is it? Like 2,500 more. But, start at the end of the season. Okay, then. And there you go. Awesome stuff. It'll be complete by the start of next season, I think. So, stadium upgrade. Awesome. With rumours circulating that the Den is set for expansion, can you perhaps shed some light on your current relationship with the chairman? I'm very happy at this club, and things are typically positive with the chairman. The improvements being made to the stadium help the club take another step forward, and yeah, they certainly will. It's just, like, I've wanted to do this for a while. It's just I'm always reluctant to ask, but we do have a pretty cooperative board, as you can see. So the fact they're going to increase it, and it's not going to take that much money out of our budget as well, it's really good. In a way, I was kind of hoping that they'd possibly spend a bit more money, so we could upgrade to like 27 to 30,000 per se. But you know what? Any extra seats is good for us. We're selling out every game. We need more seats at the Den. So second and final game of today's episode then. We're away from home in Denmark to take on Brøndby in the third game of the Europa League group stage. Obviously at this point in the group, play this game, we're halfway through, and if we can have 9 points from 9, that'll be fantastic. So let's go and see if we can get the job done. And I'll go back to the 4-2-3-1 for this game, because we play the system in Europe pretty much in every single game, and it normally works out perfectly for us, has done so far, so let's keep it going. We'll change our lineup quite a bit though, and see if we can return to winning ways here. So we're going to have Pekovic in goal, back for Retirement, Maori, Benjamin Pavard and James Bree. Our midfield duos Dobby and Weston McKennie, who missed out against Chelsea. Our attacking midfield trio is now going to be Mane on the left, who's been doing quite well in the Europa League, O'Reilly the advanced playmaker and Webster down the right hand side, and Julian Benker, our top scorer in the Europa League, will start up top tonight. Should have Mane as an inside forward, probably the more natural role for him, so yeah. And on the bench, Lunin, Jordan, Chilwell the Dream, Louise, Menji and John Black as well. So second game, it's Brøndby. Let's keep the 100% record going in Europe. Come on, you Lions. So first chance comes 19 minutes in. Mane finds Timon down left-hand side. He will cross the middle, and in goes Benker. Oh, and Julian Benker is back at it once again. Didn't score against Chelsea and thought, that's not like me. I got to get another goal. Benker with the finish. And to be fair, he was on the bench at Stamford Bridge, wasn't he? Until the final few minutes. So put him in the starting 11, and he's always going to find the back of the net. And the top scorer in the Europa League is back at it again. Benker just does not stop scoring. 1-0 Millwall in front early. I don't know if we're going to have another 100% record in the group stage like we did last season. I'm pretty sure we will drop points at some point in this group campaign. But at the moment, it's looking like a carbon copy of last year's group. You remember, we scored 18 goals. I think it was 18 goals in our 6 games. Didn't concede once and won 6 out of 6. And at the moment, we've scored 14 goals in our first 3 yet to concede. And on for 9 points from 9 if we can hold on to the 3 points here. So we just love the Europa League group stages. It's our favourite time of the year. So second highlight of the game falls here, and the second goal of the game falls here as well. Not much going on in this game, but 20 minutes after the restart, we've got our second, and Benker may not have scored this one, but he did set it up as Menji, off the bench for Webster, gets in on the act and makes it 2-0. I barely caught that because I was making changes, about to take off McKennie. Dobby to Timon, whips one in, Benker flicks it on, and there's Menji with a finish. 2-0 Millwall, and surely 3 points should be ours now. Well, this is more of a controlled victory than anything. Just sort of played the game at our pace, took the chance we got, and that's why we get the 3 points. So only 2 highlights, they both resulted in goals, but I'll certainly take that. So 2-0 the final score. Our 100% start in Europe does continue. I'll say I'm very happy with the result in the way you played. Everyone is delighted. Benker's fantastic form continues this season. He's just on fire. He's already got 17 goals for the season. That's almost as much as he got in the entirety of last season, and we're not even in November yet, but Benker's on fire right now, and in the Europa League as well. well, he is the top, where are we right there? He's the top scorer of 11 already. And last year, he won the Golden Boot. I don't think I showed you it, but he did win the Golden Boot last season. And he's already matched his tally of last season 3 games into the group stage. Benker is just on fire to start the season off. But that will end today's episode of the Football Manager series, guys. Big thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you did enjoy today's episode, then please do drop a like. Hands off AS Monaco, because likes are of course very much appreciated, and do that channel out as well. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic evening, and I'll see you for the next episode in my Football Manager series very soon, where I think we'll play quite a few games off camera, because qualification for an Europa League group stage is looking very likely right now. We'll come back for the final game in the group against PSV, or do you know what, maybe if we've already qualified by then, we might play a double against Sheffield Wednesday and Leicester, both in the Premier League, sometime in late November to December, though, is when we return, and I'll see you for the episode very soon. Bye.